Right. Yesterday we are discussing about what is exactly dimensions and how to create a manual dimensions. Right. So we have started it. I'll go for the same thing. So we have started a cube also. We have created a cube, that is the Ritesh sample cube. Sample cube. This one. And you are having Ritesh location, time, dimension. These three things we have created. And so we have entered some data, and as we discussed, we can enter into the leaf level elements of all dimensions because all the consolidation elements automatically trigger. Right? It will be automatically consolidated to the highest level. So you can only enter the data in the leaf level of all the dimensions intersection points. You cannot enter into the 2012 or 2014 because 2014 is a combination of all. The same thing here also, you cannot enter into the India because India is a combination of some states. So what we can do is you have to enter in the leaf level, that means last level of each dimension place only. You can enter the values, then above levels automatically calculated by TM1 consolidation engine. Good. The next one is we will go for each and every dimension properties. Okay. So first one you need to know, double click it. So what do you mean by a subset? Because subset is related to the dimension only. View is nothing but it's a combination of n number of subsets. You are saving entire cube as a one view. So but subset is just belonging to that particular dimension. So for example, if you want to select India and Melbourne and Sydney, these three things only. So what do you need to do? Select those three. Yeah, yes, please.
Ravi, 1 second. We are not able to see your screen.
Let me meet now. Screen.
Everybody.
Yeah. Yeah, now it is visible.
Okay. Right.
Maybe
no, I'm
please.
no. Hari.
Yes, yes, please. You are not able to see?
Yeah.
Everybody is able to see right now.
Now it's visible to me. Online.
Okay. See this one. What I'm just discussing here is you go to the each dimension, right click here or double click here. Okay. So you are entering into a particular dimension. And here there are different options are available for each dimension. So we will complete the dimension properties. Okay. Quickly one by one. So whenever you double click a particular dimension, it will open in the subset editor. Remember, it's not dimension editor. If it is a subset editor, even I remove something, it doesn't matter. It is not going and deleting in the dimension structure. Just you are hiding. Please mute everybody. So now here I am taking AP, MP, RSB something, and I want only these three countries are important countries. So what I can do is, if you put keep means only those three states will be visible for you. Then and then you can save this subset as important states. Don't put private. Private means it will be only visible to you. You can only use that subset. You cannot use, it will not visible for all the people. So I cannot put this one and then click OK. And then click OK. That means if I am opening with a sample cube, say, right? So for example, I want this one here and that one here. See here, Ritesh location came here. But if you double click Ritesh location, you can see the subset here. See, important set. If I select here, then automatically whatever the values you selected, that will come. That means in order to remove the extra burden to the users, whatever the users are frequently using, those things you are making for each dimension as a subset. You are creating first itself. Same thing, for each dimension you can create your own n number of subset. But combination of all the things you can save as a n number of views. View is nothing but for entire cube. It is different subset combination, right? But subset is only for one dimension. It is a, you can go and create n number of subset for one dimension. Fine. Now what I am doing is, that is clear. The same thing what I have to do, again I am opening the Ritesh location. Say for example, if I am using important states, see you are getting like this, right? If you want to get back all the values, you click this one, say what. This is the save subset, right? And this is the reload the subset, same thing. But here, if I don't want only AP only, you can cut, okay, from here and then paste somewhere. This is the copy and paste, but you don't require, because you shouldn't cut and copy the hierarchy structure. It doesn't correct actually. So you can delete. For example, I don't want MP in my system now. You can delete it like this. If you want to get back like this, that means you want to delete MP and AP combination only India total. So you can do like that. So, but I don't want like this. I can want. And this is the delete, and this is the keep. Keep means you select only 5 countries and then you put keep. Only those countries are visible. I want to see in alphabetical order like this. See, A, C, I, M, all those things. I want in a descending order of this one. That means you can save this as a subset, descending order states, something like that. And hierarchy, you already know that. And index, when you are creating the first value you are entering as a, maybe whichever the value you are entering, that will be index 1. So you can sort on index. And this is the filter by level. You already know that. I am putting show all. Filter by level means, here in my case, what is the second level? It's only old. Okay, and show all. If you want to see only states I want, so 0 and click OK. So all the states I can put subset as a states, something like that. So like this you can do anything. And this one is filter by wildcard. So whatever the values are starting with the A, I can go ahead and do that. So OAP and Australia. So like this you can create n number of subset, save as and save. Okay, so that is the subset. Fine. Now right click here. You are having different things. What is exactly these things are happening? Say for example, now I have first one. You know about the subset. Subset means if you double click it, you can create your own subset by keeping and deleting all those things. That is the first option of a dimension. Second option, pick. Pick is nothing but it's a simply copy of your dimension structure. So you will come to know in future. So when I'm copying a dimension to another server, you don't need to create the same type of dimension in another server also. You can directly pick up and then you take that structure to some other server. That I will show you when I'm discussing about the different servers combination. Pick is nothing but in your point of view simply copy, okay, that dimension structure. So third one is edit the dimension structure. You will come. So I think you are already aware of that. If I double click here, it is opening in the subset editor. If I am deleting something and if I am showing all means it will come. That means in the if you double click, it is opening in the subset editor. So if you are deleting also nothing will happen. It is simply for that subset only it will be applicable. But as I told, if I am opening, if I am right clicking here and edit dimension structure, that means it is not simply hiding. For example, if you don't want in the dimension, you delete it. Dimension editor, right? You delete means then it is gone. That means, for example, this same dimension you are using in n number of cubes. All those cubes it will be gone. That particular element. That means if you are opening the dimension editor, that means you are indirectly changing the structure of the dimension. So in future, if you have any requirement like this, so I don't want maybe under India, I don't want MP. So it's only combination of AP. Or I want to insert one more element. For India, I want to insert Chennai or Tamil Nadu, like this. So if you want to insert those things, you have to go into the dimension editor, not the subset editor. Okay, because if you double click, it will open in the subset editor, so it will be just for that subset only. So see this one, there is no insert element will be there because it's a simply subset. So if you want to change the structure of the dimension for all the cubes wherever it is using, so edit dimension structure, if you want to add any insert element or something like that, right? All these things are there. So it will change the entire structure of the dimension, so it will be applicable for all the dimensions. Any questions here till now? So subset, when you double click, it will open in the subset editor. But if you right click and just edit the dimension structure, means it will go and change original structure. So if you want to add insert elements or delete elements or something you have to add in future, you need to go for dimension editor, not the subset editor. Subset editor means whatever the things you are frequently using, and if you are want to make it easy for the users, the frequent used values, so you are creating some subset and make it ready for them, but it's not dimension editor. If you go to the dimension editor and if you delete something, it is gone forever. Any questions in this thing? Very important thing, that is dimension editor and subset editor. You shouldn't have any confusion on that.
We are doing changes in a cube, not in a dimensions.
Come again?
We are doing changes in a cube.
No. This cube is a combination of these dimensions. So I'm changing in the dimension. So if you are changing here,
Okay.
or you directly go to the dimension, also the same concept here.
Same concept. Oh,
Exactly. Because it's simply this copy only will be there here in the cube also. So that's the reason why if you are changing in the cube, means I'm not changing in the cube, I'm changing in the that cube whatever the dimensions are there. So if I'm changing here or in the below, you go to the dimension and you change there also, same concept. Because wherever the dimension is used, everywhere it will reflect. Yes. Any questions?
okay.
Any questions apart from this? So that's the reason why very important one interview question will be here. For example, now Ritesh time is there. Am I right? You try to remove the Ritesh time in the dimension list. You try to remove it, delete it. Ritesh time is right. I want to delete it.
I think it will prompt. It's already using in the cube.
Exactly. Are you sure want to delete this dimension? Ritesh time? Yes. See? Dimension is used by a cube. Okay. Fine. But okay. Now you remove this cube, entire cube. Because I cannot remove only one dimension from a cube, right? So you have to remove the entire cube. You delete this entire cube and then you go and delete the dimension. Fine. But for example, if this particular dimension, if you are using n number of cubes, then what will happen? If you want to remove the dimension, what do you need to do? So here only one cube. So if you remove this cube, you can go ahead and remove the dimension. That's clear. But the same dimension, if it is inbuilt in n number of cubes, maybe 5 or 6 cubes using the one dimension. So if you want to remove the dimension, it is impossible to delete the dimension until unless all the 5 cubes are deleted. Because if one cube you are using also, you cannot go and delete the same thing, right? So that's the reason why if I want to delete a dimension, it shouldn't be part of any one of the cube. Then only it will allow you to delete. Clear? This is a very important interview question, because if you really worked on the TM1 or not, I can easily find out by very simple tricky questions. So if I want to find out, can I rename a cube? Can I rename a cube? Is it possible? 200% not possible. You cannot rename a cube. If you want to create once again with a different name, you have to create a new cube and take the same dimension and give the proper name. You cannot rename the cube once the cube is done. Here.
Hari,
Yeah.
is there any tool or property like if you right click on dimension and find the dependencies, will it show what all cubes this dimension is being used? Because uh, we don't know a particular single dimension will be used in hundreds of cubes.
Exactly.
Going for
Exactly. It will come to, you will come to know in the when I'm dealing with the display control object.
okay,
Okay. So there you have the cube security and all the dimension list, all those things, right? Then you will understand that one. What are the dimensions
okay,
here? For example, if I'm giving the cube security, right? So which cube, what are the things, what are the groups are present, everything will come. You can easily find out. I will show you that one, dimension list. These are the control cubes, that is backend cubes. If you go to the backend cubes, then you can easily come to know this. Okay, but anyhow, I will explain those things, but not here, not outside of the control cubes, because whenever you are deleting, try to delete it, then it will show you, okay, if you it is associated with one cube, right? Once you go and delete it, then you will come to know once again. So like that only you will understand. But as I told, in the display control object, yes, you can see that. Yeah, any other questions? Okay, fine. Then the next one. So that is the importance of edit dimension structure. Export the dimension. What do you mean by export the dimension? If you click this one, create new dimension, you know that. I am going and export the dimension Ritesh location.cma. See, what is this actually? If you are observing, see, consolidation is a world. Under a world, India is one, Australia is one, US is one. This weight is one for each. Again for India, there is AP is there and MP is there. So it is TM1 understandable structure format for each dimension. So why you are exporting a dimension? What is the purpose of the dimension? This export dimension is performed .cma file. Why you need this one? Because in future, if the same dimension, if you want to create in another server, you don't need to create once again, go to the Excel and then copy paste some location, all those things. You can directly take the .cma file and you copy paste in the different server data folder. Then automatically it will appear in the different server. So that means you can export any dimension structure with the .cma file. Then you copy the .cma file in the data folder. Then it will appear in that particular server also. Any questions? Yes, any questions? So whatever you are creating, right, you have created Ritesh location, Ritesh time, right? Where it will be, I think you already know that it will be in the physical location of your TM1 server. So go to the computer. I think it's a D drive, right? TM1 and custom folder in the data folders is there. I am using the planning sample server. So if you are observing this one, maybe Ritesh location, you just check with date modified. You can see the files of.
you need to click on date modified once again.
Yeah, no, I will put like this. All the dimension at one shot. Right? So you can see the topmost. Dim files. Okay? Here all the control cubes and everything is there. So this is the first dimension we have created. So you go last. What is that? Search. What is Ritesh, right? You see now. Ritesh time, Ritesh location, Ritesh dimension, okay, Ritesh sample cube, some backend cubes will be generated, okay. So these are the things actually Ritesh related, okay, backend cubes. So you have created some high priority ones, right? So views also will be there .bld file. So cube is .cub. So whatever the things, it will be there, everything in that folder. So what you need to do, you need to copy and paste the entire folder into the new location, maybe new server, then automatically deployment done. But only one thing here, what I am telling is the structure, right? If you are having the .cma file, you can import into the different servers easily, the dimensional structure. It is easily,
Uh,
yeah.
yeah, are we going to paste this CMA file here?
No, you have to import it actually, just for information. In the performance modeler or some places, you can directly import the .cma file if you want. Now, what exactly you can do here, because if you are simply copying that .cma file, it will not enable because this is a .dim file is needed here. Okay, the structure is, you can export, you can see the structure. So what is exactly my consolidation elements and all those things, you can easily see that in that. So but it cannot be copy paste here in that location, because for that you need the dim file, not the .cma file. CMA file is just to know the structure, and based on the structure you can easily convert. Okay, these are the maybe consolidation points, so you can create your own things actually. But if you copy, 1 second please. Hello?
Can you import it with a different name now?
Can you import this CMA file with a different name? Yeah, definitely, right? Because say, for
Can you
example,
show that once?
no, that's what I'm telling. .cma file you cannot import here. It's just for structure purpose only. But this file, what you can do is, for example, if I want this dim file, what you can do, you rename here anything, whatever the name you want. Then you take this dim file, Control C, and then you paste into the different place. Then automatically it will come with that name only. So the .dim you rename it and you take that one and then just put it into the different server, but not .cma file. CMA file is just, you need to understand the structuring purpose only, but you cannot use that in some places actually. It is exporting the structure of that one. Say for example, in your framework manager, if you are observing the CTF file, you can export that into the .xml file, right? And you can see that in the framework manager, one option is there, the entire folder you can see in the total content of your entire framework manager structure. So for your maybe your technical spec document purpose, all the columns, whatever the things is there, the documentation purpose. It is also in the same type of .cma file will be generated. The structure of the dimension will be exported, but not, you cannot directly use that one as a .dim file actually. So based on that, you have to go and take this dim file only finally, but only for structure, what is exactly consolidation element, what is normal element, if you want to see, then only it is useful for you. Okay. So, but normally, yes, if you want to take one dim file, so you rename it and then that renamed file you paste here, then automatically it will appear with the renamed data one. But remember, if you are copying any cube or something, that is the reason why it's very difficult in TM1 in the real-time scenario. For example, what normally people will do in our Cognos, if any one of the report is changed, what I will do, I will take that copy and I will deploy that only report or something, and then you will paste it. But here, normally even one single cube added also to the development, we will take normally the entire data folder. So you can ask me why, what is the reason? You know, right? For example, I created one Ritesh sample cube only, but you know, some of the backend, the control cubes will be generated. So you need to copy each and every control cube. If you are missing that, then it will be problem for you. So that's the reason why normally any TM1 project, the entire data folder will be copied to the location. So because you may miss some control objects. So that's the reason why it is needed actually. Any questions?
If we make changes within this plan sample server.
Exactly, with a sample cube. Even if you are changing this one also, you will go and take the entire data folder back up one place, and then the new data folder will be copy pasted to the UAT server. Entire folder, remember, not only that
That
with a sample.
you're talking about the TM1 data folder in D drive,
Exactly, D drive, this one.
and
This
we are
one.
going to copy only plan sample, right?
Come again?
No,
This entire folder will be.
we will copy only plan sample. Plan sample.
Yeah, exactly. That's server related only.
Okay.
Okay. So, but normally it is not in this structure, right? Planning sample. I will show you like this. It will be there in the original. So, if I create a new server, in that I will create data folder, logs folder, CFG file. You will come to know maybe after some time. So, you will directly take that data folder and paste it. It's not in this structure actually. It will be like this: data, logs, and your configuration file will be there for any server creation in the real time. It will not be like this. It will not be like this. Planning sample means here everything is outside is there, right? It will not be like this. Data folder will be there, and then logs folder will be there, and then TM1 SFG file there. Then in the data folder, all these things will come. So that is the reason why we will go for a proper structuring purpose. So entire data folder you can copy paste simple. But only one thing is when you are using the turbo integrator, all the things will come, right? You will convert into the production credential, then only you use. But anyhow, you will come to know that how to change the production credential also before you deploy the port to the UAT or production. The next one, set element order. This is same thing. Say, for example, automatic and manual. Normally you will use manual only. What is the element order? For example, if you double click it, the element order is like this. You are manually doing ascending order or descending order, or this one, or you want automatic sorting. Normally automatic sorting we will never use. Automatic by name or by level, by hierarchy, anything you want. But normally in the real time, you will never use this one, automatic option, because I need a structuring wise, right? Correct wise. So that's the reason why I will not go and use directly the automatic sorting. Manually you will do. One time only you will adjust the dimensions. See, I need like this, not like this. Not like this, right? I need the hierarchy wise, and also here if you want you can adjust it manually at one shot only. So the next time you don't need to do anything, right? So that is the reason why don't go for automatic. Automatic means it will always do automatic sorting, and then it will not be clear picture for you in the hierarchy wise. So that's the reason why every time, anytime we will use manual. The first time when you are creating the dimension, you need to check everything is fine or not, then you will leave it. Then every time it will be
Uh,
yeah.
Ravi, here one small question.
Yeah.
There is AP and MP, which is the leaf level, right? So the least level, if I only want to sort down that one,
Simple
AP,
thing.
MP, MBSY is.
Yeah. The simple thing is, say for example, MP, if you want come here, okay, what you can do is just
Yeah. I mean, if there are like hundreds of elements, if I suppose if you're having an environment where you have like
no, no, no. That time
200
also,
leaf member.
no. That time also you can see hierarchies of it. For example, you'll have the option different, but you need to go. See AP and MP. Sorry. Just so select only then one. Like this, it is there. Okay, MP and if you see now hierarchy sort, see it will be in a hierarchy wise sorted. This is the reason why.
Hierarchy sort is solving, it's ordering using indexes, right?
No, no, no.
Indexes or.
Yeah, index is this one. Sort by index. Hierarchy sort means each hierarchy it will be in a proper layer, order. For
Okay.
example, you just see yes, you take into the top.
Mm.
Okay. Right. If you do the sorting, see M will come. So hierarchy means it will take you into the proper mode only actually.
So you mean to say like if we are having more than 100 members in leaf level, then we have to drag
But
them
it will be
manually?
sorted automatically by using the hierarchy sort.
Okay.
But what I am telling
Oh.
is, if I am doing this one, okay, if I am doing the automatic by name, so even consolidation also will be coming in the sorting order, right? So all the things it will come in it will not proper organization, right? Hierarchy wise. The A, for example, your country is A and your state is something like Z. So last it will come state and country will come here, something like that. This is it will not go as per proper structure. So the same thing, if you want to do each level wise sorting and each hierarchy wise, so it will give you some different meaning. So that's the reason why normally we will use the manual. And remember one more thing, Raghava. So normally we will not do manual dimension. Am I right? It will be done by turbo integrator process. Their turbo integrator process, if you are taking the states, right, I will give you an ascending order there itself. Then it will come automatically ascending order of all the states when it is building in the hierarchy. Because I am not going like this and I am not going to create manual. Whatever I am explaining is a basic level. But in the real time, you are not going and creating the dimension manually just by copying, because it has to take the data from Excel, it has to automatically create the hierarchy, it has to automatically paste here. So I am not going and creating any copy paste or something. It is just for static dimensions only, like this you need to do. But normally in the real time it will be dynamic dimensions, am I right? So you have to pick the values from the SQL Server or Excel or whatever it may be, and as per your session it need to create the structure, and as per your structure, your sessions, it need to sort out. So that will be done everything in the turbo integrated process with simple things. You can easily do that one. The last level, I want sorting. You don't need to do anything manually. But yes, you can do manually adjusting also. Any questions? Yes, any questions there?
No, no from my end.
Right. Then it is the important thing. So in the dimension properties, this is the only one you need to understand. Remaining all very easy, everybody know that. This is the one. So normally formatting for what you will do normally? Is there for any normal dimension can you do format? No, right? Normally it will be measure. Right click and do the edit element attributes. So revenue, what type of format you are expecting? So you select the gross format, gross profit, go to the format, you see maybe I want precision level is 3 levels like this. So our fixed, our currency symbol is in front of that dollar symbol I need. Date, if any date is there, any column like this I want, percentage is like this, and scientific is like this, custom is like this, anything, whatever it may be, okay. So I'm using here fixed, or I'm using with the comma separated, I'm using the general, I'm using the comma, so this is the currency, so dollar symbol I want. So I'm clicking precision is 3 and click OK. See, it will generate its own code. You don't need to worry about that. So because you are doing manually here, it will generate its own understandable format. Okay, then click OK. Now replace sample cube. If you are going and checking, see dollar symbol and 3 decimal places. Okay, this is the format of each measure you can do. So each measure means you need to right click simply and edit element attributes and then go for revenue, then go to format. This is the first one. You can do any format for any measure. But very important thing is second one. Go here, edit. Here, these are all numeric values. I want to add a string measure to the particular cube. I want to add one more element now, one more extra element. So here you are able to see revenue gross profit, right? I want to add one extra column, comment. How can I add? First of all, tell me. I want to add one extra element. I already told you, if you want to add element, what I need to do? One extra measure I want to add. But that is a string measure, not numeric measure.
Add element?
Add element means how I can add? Say for example,
We have to do right click and then edit dimension structure,
Okay. Then
and then edit and insert element.
excellent. So then I am adding comment. Okay. But simple means numeric values. Consolidation means like overall. So these two things you already know. Simple means all the numeric values you will use. Consolidated means like overall like that, right? But I want now string measure. Click here. Done. So I have added here. So whenever you added into the dimension, it changed everywhere wherever the cube is there. But it may not be appear. You see, comment. So for example, now I am taking one state C. Remember string measure, it will allow you to add any place. Why? 2014 also I can add anything. Why? What is the reason? Anybody? Any guess? String measure I can add any place. Why?
Because it will not roll up.
Exactly. For example, if here yes is there, here no is there, so it cannot roll up yes and no to something else, right? So that's the reason why it will be anywhere it will be allowed to edit. That is the first point. Second thing, for example, in the revenue column, if I'm trying to write Hari, it will not allow, right? Because this revenue column is a numeric, simple element. But this comment column, it will allow you to write anything. Okay. But here what I am trying to do is, maybe this is 30 and something else. Okay. This is $90. Okay. Now here I want approve. Something I want to write that comment for that particular January period. And here reject. I wrote. Maybe some other people they are writing APROP. But when I am typing, some typo error is coming. Because I am not writing proper spelling. Say for example, as you told Raghava, if you are using the same cube as a Cognos report, you are creating one report studio or query studio report, and you want to see how many months are approved, then what you will do in the report studio, you will take this cube and then you will drag all the columns whatever you need, and on the comment column you will put comment equal to approve. Am I right? APPROV. But because of this spelling mistake, whether this record will come into that particular report?
No.
Because of typo, what it will think is comment is equal to approve means this is only. So this record only will come, this record will be missed. That means there is a chance of human errors, definitely. So in the TM1, you shouldn't give a chance to the human errors, because it's very dangerous. Because Cognos means nothing will happen. Now, Cognos will just give you the data whatever is available in the database. It's a simply read-only mode. But here in the TM1 you can edit anything. So very strict guidelines should be there, right? Even I can go ahead and change say 50 to 90, just done. But I know that how to track that one, who changed everything. We will show you in the later classes. Anything, even you touch this also, I can track. So that much high level of tracking is present in the TM. That's different case. That is, but anything we should be very much aware. It is very important to understand. It is the data changing is very important. It should be strict guidelines should follow. So okay, fine. Now I don't need to give a chance to the people to write manually. Why can't they? If they select like this, some drop down has to come, and then they can select that value only. They don't need to write anything. So it's a simple thing, right? So instead of writing manually, instead of giving a chance to them, you yourself create a drop down box and then give the 2 or 3 values. Let them select from there. Fine, I will do now. So Ritesh measure, right click, edit element attributes. Here there are very important thing is pick list concept. There are 3 type of pick list. One is static, subset, dimension. There are three types of static. Static means, for example, in this cube, I have only approve and reject are 5 to 6 values only. I want to show always. Just static. I know what the values will come. I want to show those things, static values. So what you need to do is, the static pick list purpose, static is the keyword. You need to write like this. You write anything, whatever you want now. Approve. And each one is against colon. Reject. Hold. Like this you write 100 values also. The first you know the value which has to be shown in the drop down. It's a static pick list. Take the value. Static is the keyword you need to write, and then after that whatever the values you want to show in the drop down you write it. Control C. Now here I want to show right in the drop down. So for this, which measure that is Ritesh measure? Go to the Ritesh measure and go to the edit, add a new attributes. It's not format. Okay, pick list you write. Okay, pick list. It's a text only, right? Text value only. Comment box is not numeric. Alias you will come to know. I will show you. Okay, pick list. Click OK. So one more extra attribute is created. Comment is first is format, then next is pick list, and comment is, so which one you have to show like this. So static, approve and reject, whatever the values you copy pasted, hold, click OK. Done. So that means I have added a new attribute of pick list because it's a string you selected text and then you copy pasted the static. Then go and select. See, then there is no chance to the user to do wrong things. For example, if I want to write approve API ROV, it will not allow you, because boss you have to enter the value whichever is available there. You cannot write simply because user has restricted values. So cancel. Then what you can do? He has to select something. That's it. Any questions here? Static list. So in order to eliminate the human errors, you yourself is giving the drop down box to them. Any questions?
No.
Second point. In future, say for example critical months here. For example, critical months. It's a subset, right? In now these are the criticals. So I want to show always in the drop down critical month list. I want to show in the drop down all the critical month list every time. For example, in future, if the critical month is added one more month, I want to show dynamically. It is not like a static. Static means I can write these three values and then it's done. In the drop down it will appear. But in future, if something is added, it will not show in the static. Am I right? Static is just static. But I want to show in future if any extra month is added, it has to be appear. How to do that? So for that, subset pick list. Subset is a keyword, and then write the dimension name, which dimension the subset is present, and what is the subset name. This is the syntax. So okay, subset is the keyword. Then what is the dimension name? This one, Ritesh time, right? Ritesh time. And what is the subset name? Critical months. Then select this one, Control C, and go to the, as usual, you know, right click, edit element attributes. Instead of static now, remove it and put this one. Sorry, it copied here. Control X and click OK. Now done. Go ahead here. Open the cube. See now, you just recalculate. Fine. Suddenly, maybe in future, with this time, right? What is the critical months? This one, right? I want to take critical months are this many months. This many months. I change the critical month subset. In future, they have added extra critical months. Subset, say. So now it is overriding the critical months. Sorry. You take these values only. Critical months, subset, save as, save only, right? Critical months I'm saving. Subset, save. That means I am trying to override critical month list. Previously only 3 values. Now I have appended. So obviously, automatically you go and check here. Because you are using in the pick list, subset is the keyword and dimension name and subset name. So if any subset is updated, automatically it will show the updated list only. So it is not like a static. Static is whatever you type the value, that only will appear. Any questions here? Subset.
I can use any dimension.
Come again?
I can use any dimension.
You can use,
Here.
if you want to use any dimension, yes, you use it. But you need to know that subset is present should be in a different. Yeah, please.
Here we are using Ritesh time. Can I use Ritesh location as well?
Yes, obviously.
Okay. How about the dimensions outside this cube? We can use them, right?
You can take anything also. It should be in the server. But normally, frankly speaking, in the cube, whatever the dimensions we are using, only the value only we need maybe for user purpose, right? But yes, if it is
I mean, just in case.
for example, the one case is there dollar, maybe your say your currency symbols. That dimension is available in a different dimension. Currency symbol, US dollar, all those things. Yes, you can populate that value also here. That means it shouldn't be only this particular cube. You can go for some other cube also, some other dimension. Yes, Ritesh. So, for example, you are asking about this, right? So, for example, here, what are the things are there? Important states, right? You try to write the same thing. So, Ritesh, location. But please spell out correctly, otherwise it will not. So, what is the name of important states? Okay. Take this one and go to the same thing. And instead of this one subset, this one, you copy this one. Done. Now go to this. Sorry. Okay. Any questions here?
Yep.
Right.
I have already added approve and reject. What about those columns?
This you will see inside, but the value will not go because whenever I have added something, it should be maintained. Am I right? For example, up to January, February, I am using different convention. Maybe after that, I am using one more different convention. But the previous convention should be there in your, because when I am doing that particular things, when I am doing for January, I am using the convention as approved. So it will be there. But remember, if you want to change, you cannot change with again the same name once you change, because the below list will be appear like this. But the value whichever you entered, it will be there. It will not be gone. But if you want to change that value with some approve and reject, it will not be available now. So this list will be available. Are you getting my point? Yes, are you getting my point?
Yes, sorry.
Yeah, maybe in January month they used some convention. That time they approved it. That particular comment they selected it. It should be there. You cannot go and delete the previous values, right? That's the reason why it will maintain. But if you want to change something, that one, it is impossible. Now, if you want to change approve only, I want to make, and you select something else, AP, and then you want to get approved, it will not come. So you have to leave as it is. If you want to change, it is impossible. That is, it is freezed one indirectly. So now onwards, you cannot go and select the previous pick list values. Whatever the pick list values is available, you have to select those values. But the value whichever is there, it is not impacted. It will be there as it is. Because it's already entered previously, you should maintain the previous history values. But if you want to change that to the new pick list, it is impossible to get that. Clear? Any questions?
Yeah.
Now, okay, now up to subset only you took. But I want to take entire dimension values. Say, for example, all the Ritesh time, 2014, January, February, not only subset, entire dimension value if you want, you can take that. So, same thing, dimension is the pick list. Simply dimension name. Say, I don't need subset name, right? Because subset means then only you have to dig. So, for example, Ritesh time, I want everything. So, dimension is the keyword. And simple. Okay. Now you go and change. So in now subset is gone. So dimension. So I want to populate all the values of dimension. See. So in future, if any additional values are added to the dimension, yes, it will populate. So one is the entire value of dimension. Second one is some values of the dimension, that will subset. Third one is your own values, that is static values. You write whatever, maybe Hari, Raghava, Ritesh, you write it. It will come in the things. But subset and dimension means whatever the values present in the cube, it will come. Any questions? This is very, very, very important for your interviews. 100% interview question. First question, it will be like this only, dimension properties. The pick list values they will ask. Pick list or alias, one question, definite question. Without this question, I think nothing, it will not start. First question will be this one. And rules, and then turbo integrated process. These things only they will crack like anything. Any questions here? These three things. Now you understand the concept of these three things. Static, subset, dimension. Three type of.
Yeah.
Okay. Then clear. Then we will go to the next alias concept. Then we will go to the original concepts. Because now we are doing everything manually. But we will go now the original things. Okay, fine. Maybe tomorrow you can take off. Day after tomorrow you come back. But please come on exact timings. Don't maybe if it is 15 minutes wasted, again our time only will be wasted. So it will come automatically before 5 minutes or 10 minutes to the session, the link. And also I will try to prepare the scheduled link. You can use the same link. Okay. Before 5 minutes, you just click it and then be on there.
Yeah, sure. Today was my fault. I accepted.
No, it's not like that. I'm just telling for any time. I will try to give a scheduled link. You use the same link. Okay?
Yeah.
Because instead of waiting for my link, you can directly.